The year is 1306. Scotland is a kingdom in chains, its spirit crushed under the iron heel of England's King Edward VI. In Greyfriars Kirk, Robert the Bruce and his rival John Comyn meet. An argument erupts. Bruce, in a moment of rage, kills Comyn. This act is murder, sacrilege, and treason. Bruce is now an outlaw, excommunicated and hunted. With no way back, he must seize the destiny he's claimed. 6 weeks later, Bruce is crowned King of Scots at Scone Abbey, but the crown is a hollow symbol. He is a king with no kingdom, no army, and no power. His reign begins on the run, a bold challenge to English authority. Edward I then responds with overwhelming force. The English army marches north to crush Bruce and the very idea of a Scottish king. Bruce's early days as king are marked by fear and flight. The crown feels more like a curse than a blessing. His small band of followers is scattered. At Methven, his army is ambushed and destroyed. Bruce barely escapes, fleeing into the wild highlands with only a handful of desperate men. The dream of a free Scotland, briefly ignited, seems extinguished. The crown is a target on his back, and the path ahead is darkness and danger. He is a king in name only, a fugitive in reality. The English war machine is relentless, determined to erase him. Bruce's world has collapsed. His only hope is to fight on. The ancient crown weighs heavy, and the future is shrouded in despair. But in this darkness, the story of Robert the Bruce truly begins. After Methven, Bruce faces the full wrath of Edward VI. Retribution is swift and merciless. Bruce's wife and daughter are captured, held as pawns in England. His sisters are caged, exposed to the elements for years. His brothers are executed, hanged, drawn, and quartered, their heads displayed as warnings. Bruce is hunted, a massive price on his head. English patrols scour the land. Even fellow Scots, like the MacDougalls, seek his life. He cannot trust anyone. Every shadow hides a threat. Stripped of lands, titles, and family, Bruce is isolated and grieving. The burden of his choices is crushing. The dream of a kingdom is replaced by the struggle to survive another day. He is a king with no court, no castle, and no hope, just a ghost in the heather. The men who followed him are dead or scattered. His family suffers for his ambition. The lowest point of his life, hunted, broken, and alone. The grand ambition that led to Comyn's murder has dissolved into a desperate fight for survival. Bruce's world is reduced to hiding, running, and mourning. The king is a fugitive, his cause seemingly lost. Yet in the wild, something within him refuses to die. The story is not over. Forced into the wild, Bruce and his few loyal companions must adapt or perish. The Highlands and Western Isles become both prison and sanctuary. Gone are the comforts of nobility. Now every day is a battle against hunger, cold, and fear. They fish, hunt, and forage, never knowing where the next meal will come from. The men grow thin and ragged, but Bruce shares every hardship, forging an unbreakable bond. He learns the land's secrets, paths, tides, and hiding places, turning the wilderness into his ally. Morale is fragile, hope nearly gone, but Bruce's resilience keeps the flame alive. He leads by example, enduring every trial with his men. In this crucible, the proud nobleman is stripped away, revealing a leader forged by suffering. The wilderness teaches him endurance, empathy, and the true meaning of kingship. Survival becomes his art, and his preparation for what's to come. At his lowest, legend says Bruce watched a spider persistently spinning its web, failing and trying again. Inspired, Bruce realizes that failure is not final unless you surrender. He decides to stop running and start fighting back on his own terms. Bruce cannot defeat the English in open battle. His forces are too small, too poorly equipped. He must use the land as his greatest weapon, turning weakness into strength. He resolves to return from exile, risking everything to rally his people. No longer the hunted, he becomes the hunter. Bruce adopts guerrilla tactics, small mobile bands striking quickly, then vanishing into the wild. They target English supply lines, raid garrisons, and create constant fear. The goal is not survival, but victory. One small win at a time. Avoiding the enemy's strength, he attacks their weakness. The spider's lesson is clear: patience, persistence, and adaptation. Bruce will weave his own web across Scotland, ensnaring his enemies. He must be seen, must inspire hope, must show Scotland its king has not abandoned it. This is the turning point. From fugitive to guerrilla commander, the war will be fought in the shadows, on Bruce's terms. The path is dangerous, but it is the only way forward. The fight for Scotland is reborn. Bruce's new strategy transforms his campaign. His warriors become a ghost army, striking, then vanishing into the landscape. They use secret paths and local support to outmaneuver the English. Ingenious tactics win castles at Linlithgow. Soldiers hidden in a haycart seize the fortress. At Edinburgh, men scale cliffs by night to surprise the garrison. Each victory boosts morale and proves the English are not invincible. Captured castles are destroyed so they can't be retaken. Bruce's forces attack supply convoys, making English operations dangerous and costly. The English army, powerful but slow, is stung again and again by Bruce's agile fighters. Slowly the Scots reclaim their land, one castle and one glen at a time. The tide is turning. By 1307, Bruce's guerrilla tactics have reclaimed much of the southwest, but he needs a major victory to inspire Scotland. At Loudoun Hill, Bruce chooses the battlefield, marshy ground and narrow gaps, perfect for his small force. He digs trenches to funnel the English cavalry into a kill zone. The English knights, expecting an easy win, are trapped and slaughtered by disciplined Scottish spearmen. The victory is stunning. Bruce's planning and use of terrain turn the tide. The English are routed, their commander flees. News spreads, and Scots rally to Bruce's banner. Loudoun Hill proves that with strategy and discipline, the Scots can defeat a larger English army. The psychological impact is immense. The war's momentum shifts. Scotland's hope is reborn. Bruce is no longer just a fugitive, he is a true leader. Loudoun Hill sparks a national resurgence. Over 7 years, Bruce uses cunning and bold strikes to drive the English from their strongholds: Perth, Roxburgh, Edinburgh. His army grows as nobles join him, and Edward dies, leaving a weaker king. Bruce crushes his Scottish enemies, uniting the country. By 1313, only Stirling Castle remains in English hands. Its commander agrees to surrender if not relieved by summer 1314, setting the stage for a final showdown. Edward II gathers a massive army. Bruce prepares his smaller force with careful strategy. He chooses the ground at Bannockburn, digging hidden pits to trap English cavalry. The fate of Scotland will be decided here. Bruce's leadership and preparation are about to face their ultimate test. The nation holds its breath. The Battle of Bannockburn, June 1314, is the climax of Bruce's struggle. On the first day, Bruce kills an English knight in single combat, electrifying his army. The main battle sees the English cavalry trapped in pits and funneled into Scottish spears. The English are thrown into chaos, unable to break the Scottish lines. Bruce's camp followers surge forward, creating the illusion of fresh troops and shattering English morale. The English army collapses in panic. Edward II barely escapes. Bannockburn is a catastrophic defeat for England and secures Scotland's independence. Bruce is now the undisputed King of Scots. 8 years of hardship have transformed him from a rash nobleman into a brilliant strategist and true king. He learned that a kingdom is won not by birthright, but by sacrifice, resilience, and unity with his people. The war is not officially over, but the outcome is clear. Bruce leaves behind a free nation and a legend of defiance and endurance. Scotland's spirit, once crushed, is reborn.